Monica, what do you mean by I better watch myself? Is that a threat?
I wish you would rush to our safety too, Monica.
She can't. It doesn't check the
I know,
boxes.
it doesn't. I wish you would, Mama. That's pretty messed up.
It's like, come up to those, pretend to help.
Charity buns.
Thank you.
Good.
Gosh, I wish.
You gotta be careful not to talk about.
I gotta be careful. You gotta be careful for trafficking children and coming in and pretending you're gonna help, Monica. You send your staff out, and it's all a fraud. You're a fraud.
I'm just telling you.
You're a fraud. I'm just telling you.
Why are you telling her she has to be careful?
Why, so are you threatening me? Yeah, like, are you threatening me? You better be careful, Audra. It's all on tape. You better be careful, Audra. I already know, because I already know they're all coming after me. So if I disappear, it's because of the county. You understand that? So just keep your... Okay. All that spiritual stuff, you know it's spiritual wickedness that you're doing.
You're good.
You know it. You know it.
We are
You answer to Satan. That's it, period.
We are spirit.
Don't tell me to watch myself.
Monica, what do you mean by I better watch myself? Is that a threat? Is that a threat? No, it's not, but I just better watch myself, right? Right. Better watch out.
And although we hear a lot of things that I could take personal, that I try not to, because it's my job and I signed up for it, right? I think that those conversations are good eye to eye and not on a dais, because there's a lot of things that I want to say, a lot of inaccuracies. And so I'm trying to ride that line of two things. One is I try to remain true to the fact that I do want an understanding among people, not just us fighting all the time. That is very hard to do when the second thing is battling what is just absolute fiction and saying it in a public arena that is just not factual. How do we combat that in a way that does not look condescending? I'm being transparent. I'm struggling with that. I'm truly struggling with it. And yes, Consuelo, you are shaking your head. We can also talk outside. I have no problem with that, and you know that. Because what I have to say, I don't want to say up on this dais, in this mic. No problem talking to you as well, okay? So you don't have to make those faces anymore. We can talk outside. Okay, so I support item number 13.
When it is your turn to speak, you'll be unmuted. You will hear a recording that will tell you to begin your comments after the beep. I'd like to remind the callers they should mute their TV or live video stream before they begin speaking. And we'll go ahead and begin with our first caller.
Hello. Monica, when you called me out from the dais because of my reaction to your comments, you not only proved my point, but you made it personal. The reason for my reaction that apparently triggered you was because you're a typical politician in this day and age. You'd think one would find it appalling that whenever they're recognized, it is almost always first for the color of their skin and not their achievements. Content of one's character matters not anymore. You don't even see it, do you? It's superficial pride, by the way. You didn't earn the color of your skin, you were born with it. You continue being a slave by being categorized away to accommodate a narrative that the establishment loves using to keep us separate. You allow for the system to continue to put you in a box. It's divide and conquer. Haven't you figured that out? Mental slavery is alive and well. No matter what bodysuit one wears, we are all the exact same beneath our skin. My reaction was due to your "I take it personal" comment regarding the refugee thing. Are you a refugee? Have you ever lived in a third world country? Have you ever experienced what an illegal or a refugee has experienced crossing the border? Have you ever experienced being a non-citizen of this country fighting as a U.S. soldier? As a child, were you ever forced to pick fruits and vegetables in the fields of Central California? My father was. My father experienced that. But guess what? He was in construction and a janitor. He supported a family of 5 on only his income. I have never once in my life felt the need until this moment to bring that up. I've never once tried to use his experience to my advantage. That was his experience. I'm not going to play victim or try to come up on what he had to endure. I will forever be grateful for all my father did, but I sure as hell would never use his life experience and act like I suffered through the same because I came from him. That is the content of my character. What my father lived through, being treated like second class. So it doesn't define me or my capacities, but many of the people do use their ancestors and the color of their skin to define who they are now, today. I'm not a victim of my father's circumstances or of my ancestors.